Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the C&D podcast. This is episode 62, and as always, I am joined by my co-host Danny.
Hello.
Hello, and Danny, this one is a big one.
It is.
So Danny, in these podcasts, I like to ask you a question. And that question is, what do you know about MH370, the plane that
Oh,
mysteriously vanished,
the Malaysian Airlines.
the Malaysian Airlines?
Oh, that's such a that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
So, I'm about to tell you what happened on that fateful day of March 8th, 2014. I think probably the most recent mystery we've had on the podcast.
Definitely the yeah. It's such a big mystery as well. For it to happen well, I
In
mean,
such modern day, yeah.
yeah, it's scary. Like it's actually scary that can happen still. Like
It's only 11 years ago.
I know. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, sit back, relax, and I will tell you what happened to MH370. On the night of March 8th, 2014, a Boeing 777 belonging to Malaysian Airlines lifted off into the dark skies of Kuala Lumpur. It was just past midnight. It was a routine flight that daily that they would do. It was bound for Beijing, China.
Mm.
On board were 239 people, men, women, children, crew. It was a full passenger jet. And in just over an hour, it vanished without a trace. MH370 took off at 12:41 local time AM, cruising over East South China Sea. Everything appeared normal, communications were standard, weather was calm, and the crew had given no indication of trouble. At 1:19 AM, air traffic control spoke with the flight for the final time. The co-pilot responded with the now infamous words, "Good night, Malaysian 7370." 2 minutes later, the plane disappeared from radar. To the outside world, it was as if the aircraft had simply vanished, but behind the scenes, military radars were still detecting the aircraft.
Crazy.
After losing contact, MH370 turned sharply to the west, flying back over Malaysia, then northwest towards the Andaman Sea. It was a path the path made no sense. It looked intentional. After about an hour, it disappeared from military radar too. From that moment, MH370 was gone. A British satellite company called Inmarsat revealed that its systems had received hourly pings from the aircraft, automated handshakes between the plane and a satellite high above Earth. So that's what's referred to as SATCOM.
Mm. Yeah.
It provided no data, no positioning, just confirmation that the plane was still powered.
Oh wow.
These pings kept coming for nearly 7 hours, which meant that MH370 was still in the air long after it had gone dark. The final signal was received at 8:19 AM. Then, nothing. Investigators were now facing a nightmare scenario. The plane could be anywhere along a massive arc stretching from Central Asia to deep in the southern Indian Ocean. Initial searches focused on the South China Sea where it had last been seen, but they found nothing. Then, using satellite data and calculations based on fuel burn rate, velocity, and time, they focused on a remote part of the Indian Ocean, thousands of kilometers west of Australia. That's where they believed the plane had gone down. It's one of the most isolated, deepest parts of the ocean on Earth. The search went on for years using submarines, sonar, deep sea drones. They found nothing. It wasn't until July 2015, over a year later, that the first real evidence appeared. A piece of the plane's wing, known as a flaperon, washed up on the shores of Reunion Island, east of Madagascar. It was confirmed to be from MH370. Over the next few years, more debris had begun turning up on the coasts of Mozambique, Tanzania, Madagascar, and other parts of the West Indian Ocean.
Mm.
Bits of interior, a piece of the engine, sections of wing, all from the missing plane. But the fuselage and black boxes and the passengers has never been found.
That's mad.
Theories strung and were wrought. With no definitive answer, a range of theories emerged, some grounded and some based on evidence, some based on facts. But more often than that, some were very widely bizarre. Theory 1 was the pilot's suicide. One of the most accepted theories involves that Captain Zari Ahmed Saha, a respected, experienced pilot who may have planned the flight's disappearance in advance. Investigators discovered that Zahari had a flight simulator at home where he had practiced a similar route into the Indian Ocean. Critics point to the deliberate turns, the lack of distress call, and the controlled flight path, all signs of human decision making. But if it was planned, people have to ask why. He left behind no note, no manifesto, no warning, and no one ever claimed responsibility.
Yeah.
Theory number 2, hijacking. Early on, this was a strong theory. 2 passengers on fake passports raised suspicion, but they were later found asylum seekers, not terrorists. Again, no group has ever claimed responsibility, no ransom demands, no political messages, and the silence from the cockpit does not align with typical hijacking. Theory number 3, mechanical failure or fire.
Mm.
Some believe the plane suffered a massive electrical fire or mechanical failure. It may have knocked out communication systems and incapacitated the crew. The aircraft then continued on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. However, this theory does not explain the sharp, purposeful turns early on into the flight.
No.
Theory number 4, cabin decompression and hypoxia. This suggests that slow loss of cabin pressure. Everyone on board may have fallen unconscious due to lack of oxygen. The plane continued flying until fuel exhausted. But again, I mean, it fits the lack of contact, but not the navigational changes. It just the way that the plane banked right and almost did a 180 on itself and then went north
Yeah.
and then yeah.
It's weird because the like I don't know, had it been like an electrical fire or like, oh, we need to turn back, like they're already in Malaysian airspace. Like
Yeah.
they'll go in China, won't they? But yeah, they were basically like halfway there. Like they could have just carried on, like going back or maybe trying to find a different airport to land in, or it's
Like, the thing is, there was no communication.
yeah, yeah,
Despite the searching over 120,000 square kilometers of ocean floor, despite global coordination from over 26 countries, and despite debris, the wreckage of MH370 had never been located. In 2017, the official search was suspended. But in 2018, a private company, Ocean Infinity, took over but found nothing. Until then, MH370 remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in modern history. 239 people passed away.
yeah. It's
Here,
it's scary. It's
what is your theory on that?
oh man, it always like there's nothing concrete about anything as well.
Yeah.
So at first you think, oh, it's been a hijacking, but uh, maybe it's a combination of things. Maybe it was a hijacking, so that's what the U-turn was for, and then everyone was unconscious, and that's why it went onto autopilot. Because after the U-turn and like it does have quite a I mean, it does kind of like curve. The flight path does like it's like a continuous curve, but like it's continuous. It's not like a yeah.
One of the interesting things that I read about was they mentioned that they had the flight simulator from the pilot.
Yeah.
investigators actually examined the hard drive. They found that some of the flight paths he had actually manually deleted, and when forensics had a look at it, they recovered a flight path into the southern eastern Indian Ocean. Sorry, and it ended in fuel exhaustion as well. And it's eerily similar, but I don't think
That's
any proof was kind of done.
that's really weird, and weird that he deleted it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of know.
Yeah, I, I think we can rule out the suicide one. I think there's like, I don't know, like if he wanted to just like off the plane, like he could have done it anywhere. But maybe the point was that he wanted to not be found doing it.
Yeah, I mean, another thing is as well. There was an attempted satellite call. Um, Ground control tried to call the aircraft via the satellite phone that all kind of planes are equipped with.
Yeah,
Apparently the call connected, meaning that the plane was still on. I think it was like 2:30 a.m. But again, no one picked up. It was just silent. So it was alive. The aircraft was on.
hmm.
More technically.
Yeah,
um, but it was up in the air at 2 a.m. They can guarantee that. Another thing
yeah,
as well is it was kind of going through radar blind spots. Um, so it kind of leads to maybe some theories suggest that whoever was flying, they may have known that this was like grey spots where the radars through and then use it to their advantage.
yeah, yeah. Because when you see the original flight path as it's leaving Australia, yeah, it's leaving Australia, isn't it? Yeah. You can see it like ping as it goes up, up um, past the Australian airspace, um, and then again like when it goes through Malaysia. But but yeah, like you said, like the flight path on the way back does just go over nothing. Like it's just ocean.
Yeah.
Um, so there's nothing for it to ping to.
Another interesting thing I read about was the cargo that it was carrying. Apparently, it was carrying over
Oh,
200 kilograms of lithium-ion batteries, which, let's be honest, they are fire hazards. And some people did speculate another theory that it could have caught fire and disabled the systems, causing
oh
a
wow.
catastrophic failure.
I don't know if that an airplane would stay. Uh, uh, what do you call it when it's still flying? Afloat. Um, I don't. I mean, I don't really know much about fires on planes, but I imagine once the
Well, it's like imagine a fire in space, like devastating. Like it's a pressurized cabin, just like in space,
yeah
where any sort of ignition at that point it's pure oxygen. It's going up. Like what I mean.
yeah.
You're going boom.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know that it would stay flying for that long. Had that been the case,
Oh no, no, no!
um,
A fire on board, you're talking maximum 20 minutes before it's in the ground.
yeah, because also the plane itself, well, the fuel tank will probably ignite, and yeah, yeah,
And the debris that they have found, there was no signs of fire anyway.
mm. I I didn't actually know until I'd watched some documentaries on it. I didn't know they actually had found any debris. I just thought it was like, oh, it's gone, and that's it. And then when it started showing up on like the coast of Madagascar and stuff, like
Oh
I
yeah,
was like, oh,
undoubtedly it crashed.
yeah, it's definitely in the ocean. Yeah, I I remember there was some theories that like I don't know, it was like
It
some
landed it somewhere. Yeah, I read them too.
secret island, like underwater base or something. Yeah,
Yeah, the good old theories, internet sleuths.
Island from Lost. Uh,
God.
yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's so just I remember it happening and I was like that's actually scary. Like
It was massive on the news, wasn't it? Especially
yeah,
here in the UK.
yeah, it was big. Like I just yeah, for that I think that's probably one of the biggest mysteries like in recent times. Like
If not the biggest.
yeah, yeah. Well, for Obviously, there's been mysteries and like maybe there've been like one or two people involved, but for that many people on an entire airplane just to vanish is actually
I
just
think the only
crazy.
thing I can think of that's been kind of maybe bigger was the unfortunate passing of Jay Slater in was it Malaga?
Uh,
Kid that kind of got the kid that kind of got like fell down a mountain or something, and he was out partying.
oh right, no, I actually just heard about that recently. I didn't know about that one. I was listening
Maybe it
to
wasn't a big then.
oh no, I think it was. I think it was. I just don't listen to the news.
I
Um,
don't either, but yeah, it was on Facebook and whatnot.
yeah, I've heard of that one since.
My
Yeah,
theory is, I
but again,
think.
that's just like
Sorry.
one person, in who's in Spain, wasn't he, or
Yeah,
Tenerife? It's
first lad's
Tenerife,
holiday. Yeah.
yeah, and um, and that's just like one guy in the wilderness kind of thing. That's not an entire aircraft just missing. Like
Oh no, it's a lot of
it's a
people.
different scale, yeah, uh,
It's a lot of unfortunate deaths.
yeah, yeah,
But for me, I don't really know. I It's a difficult one to kind to guess really because we know without fact, or no, we know without doubt. Sorry, that it went in the ocean. Like that has been confirmed. We got debris, but we don't know mid-flight if it separated. But then we'd have bodies though. If it mid-flight, we'd have bodies for sure.
yeah.
The fact that we don't have bodies suggests to me that
It's at the
it's
bottom of
in
the
the
ocean.
ocean somewhere.
Yeah,
And maybe on the way down, bits broke off.
yeah,
But I just don't know. I don't know what. The thing I don't like, and the thing that kind of points out to me is what happened is the whole banking to the right and then moving to the left over the Panang Island, towards the Indian Ocean. Like it had to have been. What, no, I don't know. I don't want to say it was the pilot's fault,
Another thing as
but
well, just was I was watching a documentary on it, and um, the other thing as well is was once it starts getting, you said it was like the military pings every hour.
yeah,
Once it
yeah,
starts getting those as well, the vertical axis goes absolutely mental, and like they're literally impossible turns. Like after it does the right and the left bang, and then it goes off signal. It literally does. It goes straight down and like, and then like, and then comes straight back up again, and like so like everything after that point is they sort of like ruled out that they are clearly inaccurate, and because they're just literally impossible maneuvers for
yeah.
a plane that size. So it's sort of like speculation as to whether the rest of it is like. I mean, I think that because the banking the right and the left thing, I think that's still like they're still pinging actual towers, aren't they? Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but everything after that is literally just like it could be anything, like because just only because like the vertical axis is just like absolutely insane. um so you kind of have to rule that out, but if you're ruling that out, then can you rule out anything like the rest of it as well, like um
I think the unfortunate truth is we might never know. On that, like the fact that people have been in a submarine for this long, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I think also as well it's like one of those things with like wreckages and stuff, like the longer we leave it, the less chance we're going to find it as well, um as it becomes part of the ocean life, and you know what I mean?
Don't think that's necessarily an issue because it can take 20, 30, 40 years for it to fully be engulfed.
Yeah.
There has been reports of somebody finding an aircraft in the water on a satellite image, but I don't know what's happened with that.
Hmm. I don't think you're gonna find it on a satellite image. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's gone. Like it's in the depths. um, yeah, that's scary. And I also remember, I think it might have been the next month or something. Malaysian Airlines had another crash. like an actual plane
It
crash.
did, didn't they? It was a really bad year for them.
Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah, I don't know if they're even still operating, but I imagine they are. But yeah, it was yeah, not good. Um, yeah, it's it's scary, and like I said, like it could probably still happen today. Like that's I don't know that much has changed in the 10 years, 11 years. You know.
I think it would be harder for it to happen, but nothing is like
Yeah,
it. It's almost like a haunting symbol of how even in the age of constant connectivity, a modern aircraft could just still disappear.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, like you said, it's probably harder. Like I'm sure they probably since then as well. Like things have changed. There's been upgrades to planes and stuff, so this doesn't
Yeah,
happen. But
100%. It has to have done.
you can't have like this tragedy can't have happened, and they can't have like not learned a lesson from it. It was the same with what was that one we did with the guy jumping out of the plane?
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper, yeah. They like learned from that, and now like planes have like locks on the back, so you can't jump out of the back. If it's in flight or it's over, I think if the plane's traveling over like 20 miles an hour or something, which is literally like it has to be in flight for that. The wind actually locks the back door. Um, and they called it like it's called like a Cooper lock or something.
All right. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like a manual lock, like and then once the winds like once the 20-mile-an-hour winds or something calm down, then they release themselves and unlock. It's really smart. Um, it's
100%.
it's probably I don't know if it's even still in use today, but I mean this was back in like the 30s, wasn't it? So yeah,
If it's not that exact one, they probably have something similar.
yeah. Definitely, and it could probably be overridden these days, but like emergency personnel. But yeah, for like I said, like we these tragedies happen, but we learn from them. I couldn't say what we've learned from this one, but um, yeah, yeah. There's no way that I don't know. I reckon it could probably still happen today, and it's scary. Like um, yeah. Oh, it was aliens. Ooh.
God, let's not start that shit again. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think happened to Malaysian Airlines MH370 in the comments below. We'll have a look at them.
Yeah, and if we missed anything out, put them down there as well because we do read them, and yeah,
Good and bad, we read them.
yeah, we cry ourselves to sleep, but we do read them.
Anyway, thanks for joining us on this episode 62. Any hints to what's next week, Danny?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking we might do another pub quiz pod. Just to square things up before our big Christmas pod. Because it's
You got
currently
to win for that to square up, though.
I know, yeah. We're currently Craig's winning 2-1, so we need to.
This is a risk for you because I could either make it 3-1 or it could be 2-2. So this is a risk for you.
It is risky. I'm feeling confident. We might, I might, this might happen. But we'll see when we get there. But that might be next week. We'll see. I wouldn't mind finishing those stories that we did last week. I thought they were pretty cool. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed.
Yeah,
I've
we
enjoyed
will
being
see
here.
what happens next week.
And yeah, we'll see what happens next week. And Ed Sheeran's got a new deluxe album again.
Oh, great! Yay.
Yeah. Do you remember that last deluxe album that had 5 songs? Yeah. There's now another one with an extra 9. Yeah. All right. I'll see you all then. Bye.
Bye.